Fatima Grace and Vidal, and I don't know why I'm taking a video of myself, but I guess this is just to document myself because I don't really know what goes on in my mind from time to time. So this is my way of really speaking up about myself and my life. So I guess let's get started. Um, you can say that I'm not the usual girl. I'm a girl who has a lot of passions, but I'm too insecure to go after them. I have a lot of passion, yet my potential scares me. And I guess, yeah, I'm still stuck in that cycle from time to time. But now I'm overcoming it by going to college and by going after a course that my family didn't want me to have. I As a child I wanted to be an engineer, but then I changed my mind because back then I only wanted to be an engineer because my my siblings were engineers. My ate was a chemical engineer, my other brother was a civil engineer, my kuya was an electric engineer, mechanical engineer, everything. But I discovered that I didn't want the same life that they had because it just felt off. It didn't align with my needs and my desires. Because actually, I just discovered about it when when I was uh, when I was 13, when it was pandemic here in the Philippines. Because I too am a victim of mental health, um, mostly depression and anxiety. I guess it was difficult adjusting to the new learning system as it was online, and I felt like my youth was wasted away and living in a room, and I never really had much social bonds with other people, and even with my family. So it gets really difficult for me sometimes because I rarely I rarely understood myself because of the things I felt and the thoughts that I've thought of. And I got used to being silent, and it became my custom. And it still is my custom at the moment, but I'm overcoming it because my course requires me to speak, and because I don't want to to remain comfortable anymore. I want to be comfortable with my own voice. Because actually I I enjoy singing, but I disliked my voice. I wasn't comfortable with it. And I also enjoy speaking about certain topics. Yet my anxiety prevents me from speaking so because my anxiety just gets the better of me sometimes, and it really is difficult. Even with my friends or with my family, it became really difficult for me to be vulnerable, and this anxiety led to me not having genuine bonds with other people, with the world around me, and even me with myself. Because this silence inhibit me, inhibited me from being true to myself, from the feelings that I've been feeling. And so I've never really understood how much I've grown. I only understood how much I did every time I spoke. And every time I spoke is every time I spoke, I felt emotions that I've never felt before. Because as I remain silent, I I've forgotten how to feel. I've become desensitized. I've become desensitized from the world around me and even from myself. And I guess this is why I have a lot of hobbies. Like, I used to read, I'm still getting back at it. I enjoy singing for most. I I enjoy playing instruments and um what else? I draw too. I write. Uh, I dance. I act. Anything really. And I love filming and photography. I love expressing myself through art because through art I can feel those emotions that I've long held within me that I haven't felt in a long time. And I'm able to express myself without speaking because speaking for me is very uncomfortable because I don't really I don't really remember how to. Yes, I used to be a very talkative girl, but that doesn't mean that I have no fears. Behind a girl who was talkative and joyous was a girl who was afraid of the world, who was always thinking about what other people think about her. I was that type of girl, and I guess it led to me being very kind to other people. And I guess some people did abuse my kindness. And that is why it's difficult to find genuine connection because not a lot of people will understand you, because not a lot of people will stay. Some people are just meant to be there for some seasons just to teach, just to teach you lessons. And I find it the hard way. I never really realized how much I felt until I loved, until I finally remembered how, until I finally remembered what love is. Because love is a concept that's been unknown to me for a long time. Because I've become desensitized from this world for a long time to the point that I don't even want to stay here. And it feels like a lie sometimes because of because I don't really remember how much pain I felt. I don't really remember a lot about the past. I don't really remember a lot of things that led me to thinking that way. But I know that there was a time where I didn't want to hold on. But then I'm still here and I'm still facing the world and its chaos. I'm still facing myself, my own mind and my own emotions, my own memories. Trying to find peace, to uncover myself. I could say that I have a lot to work on, and I could say that I'm not the same girl I once was. The same girl who was so driven in her accolades, the same girl who wanted to please her family with her grades, the girl who wanted to be everything. Of course, I still have dreams, but these dreams are uncovering itself one at a time. And I don't have the same drive or passion that I used to have. Because when you just get desensitized from everything, it's difficult to feel. And it's really difficult to hold on to life. Because when you feel burnt out, you can't feel anything but your own ashes. You can't feel the flame. Because the flame that you once felt was the same flame that burnt you, like a phoenix burned down to ashes. It's difficult to regain the passion you once had for the things that you've once enjoyed, if it only led you to breaking down and tiring you out and turning you into a person whom you're not. I guess there was a point where I did those hobbies out of vain, and I studied for vain because I chased titles and medals. But then I'm still learning now that I don't need to. I don't need to live the same life that I once did. And I know that it's very disappointing for my older self to hear, but it's something that I must learn. That fulfillment isn't just on titles. That joy can't be put on certain achievements. And that worth is inherent. No matter no matter what stage in your life you are, no matter how lost or how messy you may get, you're still worthy of all the good things. No matter what the world tells you, no matter what the no matter how the world defines you, you are still the same person that served as a light for other people. That you are the same person who listened to those who felt troubled. You are the one who listened to those who felt unheard. That you were the one who brought wisdom to those who felt lost in their own ways. And we forget just how much we influence or impact a certain person all because we are lost in our own metacognition, in our own thinking, and how much of a mess our lives are getting. We don't remember just how much we have made a mark on another person's life. And I guess that's what our purpose is. Yes, perhaps we have a certain purpose, but we don't have to have everything figured out. And we don't have to be successful in everything in order to be loved or appreciated. Because love is something that is love is unconditional. It is without conditions. Love is given without charge, without payment. Love is poetry that suits you in the darkest times. Love is the sunlight, the sunbeams that rays upon your petals whenever you don't want to bloom. It's the simplest things. Love is the smile that you see in other people's faces. love actually means in this modernized world, because we've been distracted by all of its technology, all of its trends. We have lost our sense of connection because we were so lost with our own selves, because we are lost with our own thoughts, with our own emotions. When all we needed as humans is connection with other people. Because through connection with other people, only then can we truly meet ourselves. Because the voice inside our minds isn't the voice that always speaks the truth, but it is the voice that criticizes you. It won't always be your friend. Most of the times it can be your enemy. And that's why we don't have to believe it. We don't have to believe everything that minds say. Because we were created divinely. We were created by Him. So we were created by purpose. And He chooses us every time, despite how messy we may be, despite how lost we are, despite how many trials we're yet to face. Because we are loved, despite how many times we've hurt Him. I've realized so many times that I just get lost only to be found by Him. I only get lost for me to seek Him. I get lost so I can reroute. And sometimes I feel like I'm alone, but then I remember that He's by my side. And He created me with purpose. And I guess that's enough for now. Because I'll know everything at the right time.